Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. Now, I know this might be a little bit of a late news. I know many people have moved on from this topic, but I haven't really had a chance to express my thoughts and opinion on how people reacted to Cyberpunk 2077's multiplayer component potentially having some type of monetization. And obviously a lot of people are extremely skeptical when it comes to this addition. Obviously we've seen how monetizations, loot boxes and microtransactions have been handled by various companies, and all of us were kind of hoping that CD Projekt Red would stay aware from such practices. But for me personally, they did promise that they wouldn't add any sort of monetization to their game, but only in the single player component. The single player component will stay completely free of monetizations whatsoever. But I feel like when it comes to multiplayer aspect, I kind of expected them to do this. It's like it makes a lot of sense for them to add some type of monetization to the multiplayer aspect. Now I know a lot of people are going to be like all up in arms saying like, what are you saying? How could you say this? You're supposed to be all against monetization and all that stuff. But it's like I've moved on from not wanting to see any sort of monetization in the games. I think we've moved past that phase in which monetizations will always be part of the next generation of games, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but making games is a very expensive business practice. It's not cheap. So they're gonna have to find ways to subsidize the price and the cost of making games. And obviously some people have been able to successfully create a monetization system that people can accept and support. And obviously we have those like EA and Activisions who obviously abuse the monetization options and just implement it in such a way that you can't escape from it, or you can't enjoy the game without spending some money. So there's evil and there's good when it comes to monetization. Now when it comes to Cyberpunk 2077's multiplayer component having monetization, I kind of expected this. It's like, why was I the only one who wasn't surprised that they would add some type of monetization to this game? And why isn't there a lot of faith when it comes to Cyberpunk handling of monetization? Because when you think about this, these guys have condemned publicly how people have been handling certain monetization practices. So you would think that these guys would obviously be very, very careful in how they will implement this feature to their own games. They don't want to look like hypocrites, obviously. And obviously, at the same time, if this thing is going to have a multiplayer component, who's going to be paying for the servers? That's the thing. The servers are not going to be able to be maintained by just the base cost of the game itself. They have to find a way to subsidize that cost through various means. Now, I think what people would like to see when it comes to a monetization practice is that there is an option for you to buy various items such as cosmetics, maybe some new cars, maybe some new clothing, maybe some new weapons, whatever the case may be. But the fair trade here would be that all the stuff that you have available behind this monetization, you can also obtain by just playing the game, obviously free to play. Now obviously there will be some cost here and there, that maybe some items you can't get it from from playing the game, but they'll be just pure cosmetic, like they'll do nothing for you in terms of giving you an advantage over other players. But that remains to be seen. For me, I am not worried whatsoever when it comes to how CD Projekt Red will handle the monetization of this game. I think we are not thinking, for me personally, now I don't want to kind of like label this with everybody, but I feel like a lot of us aren't thinking logically, and they're not giving CD Projekt Red the benefit of the doubt. They're speaking in a sense of they're expecting the absolute worst from just the addition of monetization. I don't think CD Projekt Red is going to go ahead and completely destroy the goodwill that they've built throughout the years, especially with how we saw how Bethesda has destroyed their goodwill to the point where a lot of their fan base, including myself, are extremely worried on how Elder Scrolls 6 and obviously Starfield, I don't care about Starfield, but I care about Elder Scrolls 6 and how they're going to be handling it, and if the quality of the game will live up to the expectation that a lot of us have, for Elder Scrolls. But anyways, that's just my thoughts and opinion. I feel like here's the thing, here's how I feel. I feel like them not adding some type of monetization for the multiplayer could be a bad idea, because there's so much of goodwill that you can go with before it ends up becoming a financial issue for you and the people supporting it. Like, I know there's obviously ways for you to buy the game and directly support the developers 100%. But if they're gonna be adding a multiplayer component, they have to find a way to subsidize, you know, keeping the servers up, keeping maintenance up. You know, it seems the most logical thing for them to add a multiplayer component, in my opinion. But anyways, that's just my thoughts and opinion on it. It's a really short video, nothing too much to delve into it. Aside from that, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the multiplayer will kind of be like similar to that of GTA, where we can just have some fun and go crazy and see each other's characters. And obviously I think the multiplayer will have some type of third person perspective, because what's the point of customizing your characters if you can't see it? But anyways, that's just my thoughts and opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm Pyros, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.